Everybody, welcome to Geek Drifter. My name is Joey Lopez, and today I'm going to be talking about two movies I've seen, Brooklyn's Finest and She's Out of My League. The first movie I want to talk about is Brooklyn's Finest. It's directed by Antoine Fuqua, stars Don Cheadle, Wesley Snipes, Richard Gere, and Ethan Hawke. The story is actually about three cops who have different storylines, but at the end somehow meet up. Their stories kind of entangle at the end. It's not a spoiler. Richard Gere is actually a cop who's on the verge of retirement. Throughout the movie, you see him training rookie cops. Don Cheadle is an undercover cop who is deep into the drug ring with Wesley Snipes, who is the, I guess you would call him the antagonist of the movie. And then you have Ethan Hawke, who is actually kind of protagonist, antagonist. You really don't know which way he's going, but he has a moral dilemma as to what he wants to do with his life and how to take care of his family financially. Just a little side note, Ethan Hawke actually worked with Antoine Fuqua, who directed the film, on Training Day. Unfortunately, this film wasn't as good as Training Day. It was actually a lot longer than Training Day, and unfortunately not as good. Story-wise, lengthwise, it was just overall a movie that could have been done in an hour and a half instead of 2 hours and a half. I feel like as if they had cut it down to an hour and a half, you probably would have gotten a much better movie, and you probably would have gotten your money's worth. But for 2.5 hours, drug on way too long, and unfortunately, Ethan Hawke, his performance went for nothing, because I think his storyline pretty much rocked the movie. If it weren't for his performance, I would not recommend seeing this movie. I don't recommend seeing this movie. Don't pay your $9 to go see a movie that unfortunately is going to waste 2.5 hours of your time. Go spend it on something else like Avatar, any of the Oscar nominated films. So yeah, don't watch it. The next film I want to talk about is She's Out of My League. This one is actually directed by Jim Field Smith. It stars Alice Eve, Jay Baruchel, and Kristen Ritter. This movie was actually very funny. I had a blast watching it. I was a little worried that there weren't any top-notch stars, but I think the way this film was shot and just the content of the movie, you didn't want those big-name stars to be in a film about a guy who is trying to get this perfect 10 woman while he's just a 5. I think it really hit home with Jay Baruchel, who's been in other movies like Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist. He's been in Knocked Up. He really hit this one on the head, I think. Some may say he's just doing an average performance, but I think he really hit it on the head. One of the bright stars of it was definitely T.J. Miller. He's called Stainer in the movie. He was just absolutely hilarious. He's that funny sidekick you get with every main star. He's a great co-star, and then he just brings the comedy out in Jay Baruchel, and then the other actors and actresses in the film. Alice Eve, what else is to say about Alice Eve? I mean, very pretty, perfectly cast in this movie. Like I said, you didn't want a big star to fill in this role with Jay Baruchel as the lead man in the film. So I think this movie is definitely a must-watch. If you don't catch it in theaters, you have to see it on DVD. But I definitely recommend watching this film. It's definitely one of those films that you're going to watch and you're going to laugh, and you're probably going to go take your friends out and see it again. But it's definitely a must-watch. Thanks for watching. Do want to let you know I'm going to do another movie review. Just recently saw, what was that film? Hot Tub Time Machine. I'll give you my review on that in a little bit. So just keep watching. Let me know what you think. Peace.